I just wanted to introduce Marina.
Hi.
And her lovely daughter, and she's like this beautiful eyes. The past few months, we were able to sell a house for that. This is your second home, right? So basically, you're not a first-time home buyer. You have experience in buying and selling homes before. So what were you most nervous about the entire process of selling on this crazy market and then buying in this crazy market?
Well, the reason why I finally decided to sell was because my neighbor sold their house. And we went to several apartment complexes, baby? Yeah. To see if we could rent. But it was crazy how I would qualify to buy, but I wouldn't qualify to rent. So we thought, no.
That is tricky.
Yes, that's not going to work, and we decided we're going to go ahead and sell.
You are not able to rent, so it will take a miracle for the timing to happen. You have to be able to sell and a miracle to be able to buy too. My next question, I know that when I went and met with you and interviewed with you, we were friends forever, but we haven't seen each other. We just see each other's lives through Facebook.
I keep thinking of you, and I keep thinking of you, and then that's when I contacted you on Facebook, and you were really prompt to answer, and you said we set up an appointment, and you came over to my house to talk about what did I expect on real estate agent, what were the things that were important for me during the process of selling the house.
Oh my gosh, you remember those questions. Wow, that's fantastic. You are brilliant to remember those questions.
You, and all that, and then we had the walk around the house, and then you did your market analysis. So all those things, I was able to express my concerns, what things I didn't like when I bought my condo.
Out of the whole process of selling the house, what stood out to you the most throughout the process?
I think getting the house ready was the hardest part.
I felt the same way, because it's kind of like once we had it built and I had that open house, I had 24 families that walked through.
You showed up with a trailer full of moving boxes. And that was like amazing. Even now, it was so, like, that was the first step, and it made me feel like, okay, this is happening. And it was a huge help. You knew before I knew what I was going to need.
Right, yeah. Well, I wanted to make sure that I will be there to lead you along but not push you along. Okay, so next one is what surprised you during the selling process. I really wanted to hear your opinion on this one, because everybody has different opinion on this real estate market right now.
It was hard for me to separate the seller from the buyer, because I was doing both at the same time. Actually, I was under contract to buy
before we even listed
my townhome. We were not even listed yet. I went under contract with that on Monday, and we were listed on Wednesday. It's not just you, but you have all these people behind the curtain working with you to make things happen. Like Eli coming to help move things, your husband taking the pictures, somebody else coming to help organize and clean, and it's not just you and me process, but it's like a whole team of people.
It was a whole team.
And your whole team here at iPro were always there for me to guide me through the whole process of buying and selling at the same time. Yes, again, the seller will immediately become a buyer during this market.
It does. And it
makes a lot more sense to buy than to rent.
Yeah, and just thinking about it is that you don't know how it's gonna work. It did though. We didn't know. Like thinking about it, it's like how. It's not like it's not like that. The new house is gonna be waiting for you there, because if there's a shortage of homes, you are gonna experience that shortage of homes on the buying side too. But it just worked the way it did, and it was perfect. Yes. What kind of advice would you give someone who is thinking about selling? And at the same time, because you did the same time, buying and selling on this real estate market that we are experiencing.
Find somebody that has their best interest in heart.
I love that.
When we got the first offer, and you said, let's wait, because you might have another one. I'm like, I was too stressful about meeting deadlines on the other side, and you said, let's wait. I'm like, okay, we're waiting. 3 days, 4 days. Okay, we're done waiting.
And I was in.
And you were already open. You were already on top of it. You were already negotiating with the other people.
Yes, we were.
And everything.
I was during the waiting time. I was already in contact with them. I was telling them what's going on, and they understand. In this day and age, you're a fool if you don't have other choices. If you accept the first offer, would you refer your friends and family?
Definitely.
And why?
I did write your Google review, and what I said there, it was absolutely truth and honest.
That is awesome. I really do appreciate you coming here today, and even if you drove like 45 minutes away, you're here.
Thank you for helping us in the process and to getting a new home. We love it, and for selling our old house and getting such a great deal, making everything go smoothly. That makes a huge difference between stress and peace of mind. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. The pleasure is mine.